Well, California has long planned to build a high-speed rail from the Bay Area to Los Angeles, with the goal of transporting people across the state in just under 3 hours.
You know, to the criticism that the Inspector General has found on the high-speed rail project.
We always look forward to being, partners with the Inspector General, any other federal.
Bullet trains at 220 miles per hour, underground tunnels beneath the Hudson River, revolutionary factories reshaping America. This isn't science fiction, it's happening right now. What makes a project truly mega? According to the U.S. Department of Labor, we're talking about initiatives valued at $35 million or more, with federal funding involvement designed to last at least 1 year. But the projects we'll explore today go far beyond that threshold. We're diving into multi-billion-dollar endeavors that will fundamentally change how Americans live, work, and travel. California High-Speed Rail, America's bullet train revolution. Leading our tour of transformative projects is California's ambitious high-speed rail system, a project that will bring true bullet train technology to American soil for the first time. This is a radical change in the way Americans view long-distance travel, not just another train line. Honestly, the whole point of this construction phase is to finally stitch California's Central Valley together, like actually connect it, so you can zip between San Francisco and LA in under 3 hours. Right now, driving that route is a total slog. Think 6 hours stuck behind trucks and minivans, probably more if you hit traffic or need a bathroom break. With this new setup, it's supposed to be way smoother, super fast and comfy. Imagine having the convenience of hopping on a plane, minus the airport chaos. Plus, it's way better for the planet. One of the project's most remarkable engineering accomplishments is the projected Pacheco Pass tunnel system. With a length of almost 13.5 miles, this tunnel is essentially the heavyweight champion of North American rail tunnels. We're talking about trains tearing over mountains at 220 miles per hour, as if they were insignificant. But here's the thing slices right across active fault lines. Earthquake central. Therefore, in order to even make this thing possible without it shattering itself, they need to employ some advanced seismic engineering techniques, such as those that sound almost like science fiction. With track laying operations currently in progress in the Central Valley, construction has reached a significant milestone in 2025. More than 15,000 excellent positions have already been created by the project, many of which are being filled by local individuals through creative apprenticeship programs. Since its establishment in 2020, the Central Valley Training Center has emerged as a prime example of how major infrastructure initiatives can stimulate the economies of entire regions. The Gateway Tunnel Project, connecting America's economic powerhouses. Alright, so let's hop over to the East Coast for a second. The Gateway Tunnel Project. Honestly, it's kind of a big deal. Like, if you ask anyone who's ever been stuck on a delayed New Jersey Transit train, they'll probably start ranting about this thing before you finish your sentence. Picture this: brand new rail tunnels, right underneath the Hudson River, finally connecting New York and Jersey in a way that doesn't feel like you're rolling the dice on whether you'll actually make it through. Here's the wild part. The old North River Tunnel? That thing's been there since 1910. Over 200,000 people cram through it every day on Amtrak and NJ Transit. No joke. And it's not just creaky, it's basically begging for early retirement. So yeah, these new tunnels aren't just some fancy facelift. They're a full-on game changer for how people get around the region. The project encompasses far more than just tunnel construction. We're looking at comprehensive improvements to Penn Station in New York, new bridges across the Hackensack and Passaic rivers, and enhanced rail yards that will support increased service frequency. The engineering challenges are immense. Constructing tunnels beneath an active waterway while maintaining continuous rail service requires precision and innovation at every step. The Gateway project isn't just about getting people from A to B faster, though yeah, that part's nice. It's shaking up the whole region. More trains mean fewer cars clogging up the highways finally, which should chill out some of that nasty pollution. Plus, local businesses are stoked because smoother transport equals more money flowing in. And let's not forget, there'll be a ton of folks in hard hats getting paychecks out of this. So it's not just a facelift for transit, it's like a shot of adrenaline for the whole area. Revolutionary manufacturing, the factory building boom. You can practically hear the buzz and clatter of giant factories popping up all over the US right now. It's not just hype. Companies like Tesla, TSMC, and LG Chem are dropping jaw-dropping amounts of cash into these massive new plants. We're talking billions. It's like the Industrial Revolution, but with more robots and less soot. This whole wave of mega factory builds is going to flip the script on what Made in America means. Seriously, forget those grimy, soot-covered factories from back in the day. These spots are wild. Think gleaming floors, robots whizzing around, the whole place basically screaming, "Welcome to the future." Tesla keeps cranking things up, building these wild futuristic car plants that kind of make the competition look like they're stuck in the Stone Age. TSMC? They're hauling some serious chip-making muscle onto US turf, which is a pretty big deal if you care about stuff like, oh, I don't know, anything with a microchip. And it's not just about handing out paychecks or boosting local economies though. Yeah, that's nice. This is the US throwing down the gauntlet, trying to stop leaning so hard on other countries for high-tech gear and actually flex some homegrown muscle. These new spots are tricked out with crazy automation, solar panels, wind turbines, the works. Supply chains right now? Seriously. It's like the whole system's running on a different set of rules these days, and let's face it, we most likely needed the shakeup long ago. Airports and beyond. Honestly, airports in the US are getting a serious glow-up right now. They are forced to completely revamp the system because there are more passengers flying than ever before. So, buckle up, because in 2025, 6 massive airport makeovers will begin. There are cranes everywhere, construction hats everywhere, and billions of dollars pouring in. Hold on tight. These projects go beyond simple terminal expansions. We're seeing complete reimagining of airport functionality, with integrated transportation hubs that connect air travel to high-speed rail, improved cargo handling facilities, and passenger experience enhancements that rival the world's most advanced airports. Now, here's the thing. They're simultaneously constructing new exit routes, strengthening the terminals, and adding more rental car spaces. Honestly, they're trying to cover every single travel headache you can think of, from the second you touch down to when you finally get out of there. Supposedly, the whole thing's going to be wrapped up by fall 2026. That's when, we guess, the world's expected to be jet-setting all over again. We'll see if they actually pull it off. Good timing or just dumb luck? Guess we'll find out. Sound Transit 3. Alright, so Sound Transit 3 in Seattle? It's like the city's giant swing at fixing how people get around. A massive, gutsy move, really. We're talking about a wild expansion of light rail that's set to tie together all these neighborhoods around Puget Sound. Less gridlock, more getting places without your car, and, fingers crossed, some actual environmental wins. But it's not just a bunch of trains and buses zipping around. They're rolling out new lines, rapid bus routes, and stations that are way more than just dreary little platforms. Imagine stations as lively gathering places rather than depressing, uncomfortable places where you browse aimlessly and hope your train arrives before your power runs out. Imagine living somewhere you barely remember what your car keys even look like. Need coffee? Out of milk? Corner stores right there. Oh, and your neighbor? You'll probably run into them by the bakery, gossiping about last night's game. Honestly, isn't that the dream? The economic impact. These massive projects, we're talking mountains of cash pouring in, hundreds of billions, not just chump change, and jobs popping up everywhere. But honestly, it's not just about people in hard hats swinging hammers. This stuff is shaking up the whole industry. You've got new training gigs, wild new building methods, and hey, America actually flexing some muscle in the world of infrastructure for once. And those apprenticeship programs tied to all this? They're basically the golden ticket for the next crew of skilled workers. We're not talking about just learning how to pour concrete, it's high-speed rail tune-ups, gnarly tunnel-boring tech, the works. These gigs aren't minimum wage. Think fat paychecks and a shot at moving up the ladder for years, not just a summer. America's electric grid revolution. Perhaps the most critical but least visible mega project transforming America is the complete overhaul of our electrical transmission system. The Biden-Harris administration has committed over $4.5 billion in federal investments to build out the nation's electric transmission infrastructure, representing the largest modernization of America's power grid in decades. The current U.S. power grid consists of more than 500,000 miles of transmission lines, serving 160 million customers daily. But this system was built for a different era. The new transmission projects will create superhighways for electricity, connecting renewable energy sources in remote areas to major population centers across multiple states. 3 major transmission lines spanning 6 states have been selected for the initial $1.3 billion commitment, including the groundbreaking Southline transmission project. These aren't just power lines, they're engineered marvels designed to withstand extreme weather events while carrying massive amounts of clean energy across vast distances. Which of these mega projects excites you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Are you Team Bullet Train or Team Underground Tunnel? Did this video just blow your mind a little? Same here. Go ahead, slam that like button if you're into jaw-dropping stuff happening across America right now. And seriously, don't be a stranger. Subscribe for more wild stories about the epic projects changing the game. Oh, and hit that bell unless you love missing out.